You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
We're out and about here at BRFM. I'm at Sheerness and I'm in Canterbury College at Swale, and I'm joined with Jan Hughes. Jan, firstly, thank you very much for taking the time out to speak to me.
You're welcome, Dan.
Now, I was wondering, perhaps you could tell us a little bit about your role here.
Yeah, my remit is to go out into the community, Sittingbourne, Faversham, Sheerness, and deliver courses to the community, and in particular deprived neighbourhoods, homeless centres, work for the offenders, people perhaps who've missed their way in terms of learning about IT, numeracy, literacy, and to work with the job centres at getting people back into work.
Could you tell us a little bit more about the courses that you're running and involved with?
Absolutely. With the Job Centre, we deliver courses in literacy, numeracy, basic IT, interview skills, putting your CV together. And if the Job Centre identify that there's a specific employment opportunity, for instance, with the new Morrison Centre opening in Sittingbourne, we will then deliver courses according to that specific role. For instance, at the moment we're delivering retail courses for people that might want to apply for that position, for positions at that New Morrison Centre. We also do a lot of training in call centre work because there's quite a big there are opportunities there. And then out in the community, we have a training room in the Keys Homeless Centre in Sittingbourne, and we work also with the Homeless Centre for Young People across the road from the campus. And we deliver, again, basic IT, numeracy, literacy. We're currently doing some work in employment skills with them. The idea being is to get people not particularly job ready, but at least thinking about going back to work, because homeless people and people like this have got a long way to go before they can get into employment, so we're making a start. With the prisons, we work with on a more technical level, training the guys at Stamford Hill Prison, the open prison on the island, who are due for release, to do technical work, so network engineering, desktop support, or even just up in their IT skills with a level 2 qualification that will enable them to be effective on the job market upon release.
We are at the moment talking to Jan, and we're talking to her at the Canterbury College Swale campus here in Sheerness. So we are out and about here at BRFM on the Monday Night Community Show. We're talking to Jan, and we're at the Canterbury College Swale campus here in Sheerness. Now, Jan, you mentioned some of the organisations you're working with, but I know there was a few more you wanted to mention.
From September this new academic year, we are going to be offering courses in the community at the Alexander Centre in Faversham, and we've just put a training room into Cook and Wood prison in Rochester, the young people's prison. There are quite a few young people in there. Well, most of the young people in there are very disaffected, have probably mostly been written off by society, not willing to learn, not really able to knuckle down and have the discipline to learn. And we've taken a course in there, a digital media course, which is very creative, and had a really wonderful success with that, 100% success rate. The guys are falling over themselves to do the course. Because it's a fun course, they're actually getting a level 1 qualification without feeling that they're in an academic environment. So that's been really good.
Now, you've been mentioning some of the organisations you've been working with. Have you had any success stories?
Yeah, well, apart from Cook and Wood, which, as I said, is in itself a success, we had a homeless young lady, Tegan Hunter, who, from the Keys in Sittingbourne, she had been homeless from 16, living on a park bench, basically, no qualifications, and we took her through numeracy, literacy, IT at level 1, 2 and 3, and she actually, I put her forward, I nominated her for the NIAC ECE, European Social Fund Learner Award last year, and she won it, which was a great achievement. And she is now working for a training provider who I shall not mention because they're in competition in Sheerness. So that's a great thing. She's got a job, she's got a home, a flat, a boyfriend. So that's good. Two of the guys from the prison who we trained technically, one of them is managing a Swiss bank in London, you can put two and two together, and he's doing the managing the network for that bank, and another one is has his own company, networking company in London, and as far as I know, he's very successful. Certainly, I've seen a website that's very professional, and it looks like he's doing really well. There are several more, but those particularly spring to mind.
We are at the moment talking to Jan Hughes. We're out and about, and we're at the Canterbury College Swale campus here in Sheerness on the Isle of Sheppey. So we have been talking to Jan Hughes here at Canterbury College Swale campus here on the Isle of Sheppey. Jan, before we finish talking to you, is there anything else you'd like to cover? And I was wondering if you could tell our listeners how they can find out more on these courses and how to contact you as well.
Yes, Daniel. In a nutshell, basically, Canterbury College, both campuses, Canterbury and Swale, are committed to community learning and to helping people to improve their conditions, their living conditions and their working conditions. If anybody either in either an ME postcode or a Canterbury postcode is interested in upping their skills or getting job ready or even just joining a course to get a further qualification, they should contact either the Swale campus on the Isle of Sheppey or the Canterbury campus. It's easy enough to find us. Our web address is www.canterburycollege.ac.uk, and most people in Canterbury and on Sheppey know where the buildings are to pop into reception and pick up flyers or enrol on a course.
Jan, I'd like to thank you very much for telling us all about your courses at the moment.
Thank you, Daniel. It's a pleasure.